Welcome back. Today we shall be reacting to the better boarding methods airlines won't use. I think I've seen that YouTuber somewhere, the CGP gray guy. But I haven't seen that particular video though. So yeah, so I'm assuming it's going to be about better boarding methods. But yeah, we shall see. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
What's the fastest way to board an airplane? I mean, you can't just throw open the gates like funneling cattle into a chute. That's not for us. We're primates after all. So let's put our monkey brains to work to tackle this cue, which is what boarding
Is it just me or it has Mario music? Or at least something resembling Mario music?
groups do. Prioritize plainly packing primates precisely. Primarily.
What?
Okay, we have a suggestion. Pour people into the plane back to front. This is an intuitive solution to fill a cylinder. But there's almost a law of the universe that solutions which are the first thing you think of and look sensible and are easy to implement are often terrible, ineffective solutions. Once implemented, will drag on civilization forever. Cough, voting systems, cough. So it should come as no surprise that this method is not good, and also what most airlines use to board their planes. Let's watch it in action. The first boarding group walks to the back of the plane. Everything is smooth right until the first to go reaches their row and starts to stow. So slow. And for passenger 2, while their seat is in view, there's nothing to do. The aisle's one queue where all cannot but stew stuck like glue until this guy's through.
Is that a rhyme? Also, why don't they just put the guy is at the back and do it like chronologically? Unless that's what they're actually saying there. I don't know. Like, you know, the person at the very back goes first, you know? Like 1, 2, 3. I don't know.
Phew. It's bags. Bags cause most of the delay boarding a flight. Like with this, a full stop stow. When it happens, everyone boarding the plane within and without must wait until one person finishes stowing their bag. Can you feel it? The aggregate lost seconds of human life piling up like...
I mean, I probably don't care, but...
Reaper. Of course you can. You
sure.
can feel it with every bag. What was I saying? Right, back to front boarding groups have a lot of full stop stows and very few of what you want. Pullaways and parallels and parallels and pullaways. Pullaways turn one queue into 2 and parallels decrease total bag stow.
Wait, hang on, I'm lost now. What the heck are they talking about? It'll take too much time to line people up like what I said? Because I know like this guy could just go first. So it's gonna be 1. Then maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get the point?
Stop stows and very few of what you want. Pullaways and parallels and parallels and pullaways. Pullaways turn one queue into 2 and parallels decrease total bag stow time and are super satisfying. The rare triple partner parallel invoking a double high five at the sheer pleasure of its efficiency. But loading back to front lets few of these happen. Now, say you weren't just not good at designing boarding groups, but you were malicious and wanted to maximize the amount of human life wasted on a flight. What would you do?
Make them wait forever?
Not back to front, but front to back. The smaller the boarding group, the better. This makes almost every
Hello there, Dan. No, I was just a bit confused.
Shuffle forward result in a full stop stow because most of the line waits by rows already full or out stops. The better. This makes almost every tedious shuffle forward result in a full stop stow because most of the line waits by rows already full or outside.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try subtitles because I don't really understand what the heck are they doing.
You weren't just not good at designing boarding groups, but you were malicious and wanted to maximize the amount of human life wasted on a flight. What would you do?
Wait.
Not back to front, but front to back. The smaller the boarding group, the better. This makes almost every...
Front to back. Oh, I see what they're doing. Wait, no, I don't see what they're doing.
tedious shuffle forward result in a full stop stow because most of the line waits by rows already full or
Ah, I see what they're doing.
outside the plane. Look familiar? This is where we acknowledge the class structure of airplanes. Real planes look like this, and first class boards first, front to back, before the pro economy file in back to front. So excluding pre-boarding, all airlines start with a little of the slowest boarding method you could intentionally design. Now, obviously, this video will soon reveal faster boarding procedures, and you will wonder, why don't airlines use the faster methods? One possible answer is economic incentives. First class pays for perks, sometimes breathtaking perks for breathtaking amounts, and boarding first is one of them. Also, airlines give everyone loyalty points that move you up the class structure the more you fly with that airline, which gives airlines another good reason to group people and probably helps explain why they switched away from the older, faster method you won't believe they used to use.
Hey everyone, plane's here. Go ahead.
Having
what?
people board the flight in whatever order they show up to get their assigned seat is faster than organizing tiny
Wow.
groups. This is because random people are spread, well, randomly, increasing the chances of pullaways and parallels, unlike the more orderly methods airlines have switched to. Man, it's always frustrating to know that to literally have done nothing would be faster than the something that is done.
Wow.
But surely there's a better boarding group order to be found if we can just subtract malice and add thinking to this problem. 3 groups: window, middle, aisle,
Yeah.
in that order. This is really the same as doing random thrice, one for each column of the craft, but the reason it's a smidge faster is because it eliminates the other source of boarding delay: seat shuffles. When people board randomly,
Yeah, I can't. I once went on airplanes when we went to Fort Lauderdale a couple of times, and the amount of time when I would go to the bathroom and have to be like, excuse me, because there would be like 2 people. Usually it's because I'm sitting beside my dad, but it's still annoying to have to squeeze yourself between the freaking front of the seat and someone's legs.
shuffling is going to happen a bunch, and when people spill into the aisle, it slows the queue. Ordering everyone by window, middle, aisle ensures a seat shuffle will never happen. This seems like it should be a big improvement, but when you simulate boarding an aircraft with a ton of real math
After they go through the classes and the special people sign up for the airline club, they usually board everyone. Ah, okay. I was too small to really care about how they boarded. I was more annoyed by not having internet inside the plane.
rather than just
Or if I was playing Pokemon or something. Aisle seat. What's the aisles seat? Aisle seat. You're not on an island.
animating it in a dramatically simplified. And you ensures a seat shuffle will never happen. This seems like it should be a big improvement, but when you simulate boarding an aircraft with a ton of real math rather than just animating it in a dramatically simplified fashion, or do actual experiments, the seat shuffle just isn't a big deal compared to bag stowage. People wrangling their one bag that won't possibly fit, or trying to get on board with 3 bags because they don't think the rules should apply to them, who then also fiddle around with getting their laptops out after stowing them, those kinds of delays count for much more. So window middle aisle is maybe a smidge faster than random, which is good, and some airlines use this method, which gets their planes turned around faster than back to front, while still giving them boarding groups to play games with. The vast majority of airlines use either back to front or window middle aisle, so keep an eye out next time you're boarding a flight for which is happening to you. But can we go far?
The seat closest to the aisles. By aisles, do you mean the window or the corridor?
Vast majority of airlines use either back to front or window middle aisle, so keep an eye out next time you're boarding a flight for which is happening to you. But can we go farther? Leaving the real world with its class systems and people and untidiness and smells, ascending to the platonic plane of physics, where cows are spheres and people cellular automaton who will execute instructions perfectly. Here in the Celestia, what is the theoretically fastest
Corridor.
way to board a plane? On this level, here is what's possible.
Yes, that's what I want. Yeah. Well, okay, that's not. They're not doing what I thought they would be doing. Never mind.
To achieve this ballet, there are no boarding groups, but everyone stands in an exact order, back to front in alternating rows on alternating sides.
That's a lot of numbers.
In. This maximizes pullaways and parallels, pristinely packing people in a pinch. Witnessing such glory.
Wait. Did they actually say middle aisles? Window middle aisles. Okay. I didn't read that then.
Pullaways and parallels, pristinely packing people in a pinch. Witnessing such glory is too much for mortal minds to bear for long, so we are forced to descend back down into the meat world.
I thought they would do my own way of being like, the first person to board is the one at the backermost seat, and then the next time they show
cacophony, the smell, where we must stuff monkeys into a tube. Monkeys with families, where separating their young invites chaos and cleanup, where economic incentives divide to profit, and where, even at their best, the human inability to follow instructions is breathtaking. Here, people, upon seeing boarding group 123, would flip the hell out, let alone the impossibility of trying to get them to stand in line in order, and where, even if faster, like watching seconds of a clock, people would complain it was slower.
True.
Such gifts we were not meant to have. But is there a way we can modify?
What I meant is that by the other way I would be to the first person to board is the person who goes here. The second person to board is the person who goes here. The third person to board is there, then 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 there. You get what I mean?
This perfection to improve our lot on this plane. Yes. Instead of exact order, boarding group the first would be all one side of the plane in every other row. Boarding group the second, the other side, then back and back again. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't ask people for more. This shadow of the perfect method has a chance of working in the real world, with benefits like letting humans with families and friends board together, giving airlines boarding groups they can still play with, and still being faster than the current methods. Reaching for perfection, we will always come up short, but perhaps we can manage to get closer in the process.
True, I guess.
Oh, before you go, let me leave you with an annoying thought. You know how boarding a flight from front to back by row is the slowest possible method? The Reaper method? Well, after your flight, when the plane pulls into the gate and everyone ignores the flight attendant's admonishments to wait until the fastened seatbelt is off to grab their bag, and the door opens, how do we deplane? That's right, front to back, row by row.
Ha!
No slower could we go.
Well, I mean, it's fine. Okay, stop clicking. You're making me question my goddamn existence. Anyway, if you're on YouTube, thank you all for coming, and I'll see you next time. And if you're on the stream, please stay, for we shall continue playing. Everyone just does whatever when they land. Yeah. In fact, there's a character that's waiting to board who, if you look closely... Wait, what? There's a character that's waiting to board who, if you look closely, it has taken them so long to board that they managed to reread every... Wait, what? Huh? Wait, that can't be right. We just exit when we can. Yeah. Righto. Well, okay, let's play... if you go back a sec in the boarding room. Where? Do you know what the time is?
Faster method you won't believe they used to use.
Right side of the boarding room with seats.
I mean, you can't just...
So you mean like this guy? Whoops. Fuck. This person?
You can't just throw open the gate
He's reading a different book. Ah, okay. Interesting. I didn't notice that. Okay. All right. Okay. Well,